And fortunately, my real estate agent was, who is now the current mayor. Uh, we had a lot of
Wow.
great Yes, we had a lot of great conversations about this, and he was serving on council, so I'd say, "Hey, what's the plan? Is anyone going to do anything for the arts? Is there ever going to be a building, or is there ever going to be any initiatives where people advocate?" And he said, "Well, if you're interested, then I can appoint you to a committee and you can be that person." And I thought, I don't know anybody. I don't know anything about public policy. I just know that I have a passion for the arts. So sure, I'll raise my hand, I'll speak up, and I'll be appointed to a committee. So he did appoint me to what was called a citizen bond committee, where those citizens had to decide what is valuable to Frisco for the last 40%. And I was the one that was there advocating for the arts, saying, look, we have 40% left of Frisco to build out. It cannot all just be sports venues. We've got to do something more. We've got to have an arts venue. We don't have one. So that was my big push back in 2014. We were able to get some monies reserved for that, but it's been a process of more advocacy, more community building, finding the people that care about this and saying, hey, let's get together, let's be a voice, let's be champions for the arts. So that became basically my role, was citizen champion, until 2022, when I ran for council as really the arts champion and saying we really need a voice. We need someone to represent not just sports, business, finance, health on city council, but we need somebody representing arts and diversity, because our city is now 26% Asian American. When we moved here in 2004, it was not anywhere close to that. So we've become very international. That means people have varying interests of what they want to do and what they want to see, how they want to spend their time, what entertainment looks like. And somebody needs to advocate for that if it's going to be important for the future of Frisco. So thankfully, I was able to join council in 2022, and my role is not only, do you represent your city because you're on the council, but your role is, number one, to be a listener to your community. How are you representing? So I've got to hear what everybody's got to say, good, bad, and ugly. And then number two, you have to manage the budget. So that's really our primary role. Is money comes in from the property taxes, and then we decide how does it get spent. So it's a priorities conversation. What are the major priorities? And at the time in 2022, there was not even a word in the major priorities that said arts. And I said,
Wow.
if we're going to make arts a priority, if we're going to really consider this as part of our identity and the
Mm.
fabric of our community, then we have to at least have the word on the priorities list, so that you have a vertical where everything can then align. So our staff members and our departments can say, okay, this is a council priority, therefore we need to redo some research, or we need to find this group to come in, or et cetera, et cetera.